Hi, Taehyung lovers. Welcome back to the Taehyung Lovers channel for ARMY all around the world. Don't skip, because this time there is a BTS behind-the-scenes moment that feels even more touching than their grand stages. Kim Taehyung showed another side of BTS through bowling, the gym, and spending time together with Jungkook, J-Hope, and RM. But there is one detail that has ARMY wondering. Why does this simple moment feel so special in the middle of the packed ARIRANG World Tour? In this video, we will discuss Kim Taehyung Instagram story while bowling with the members, J-Hope successfully scoring a strike, Kim Taehyung and J-Hope's gym activities, Taehyung, Jungkook, and J-Hope spending time together, as well as ARMY's attention to the camera moment and taekook. Ahead of BTS meeting ARMY again at M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, on August 10th and 11th, 2026. And wait until the end, because bowling, laughter, exercise, and simple time together can actually reveal the warmest side of BTS's journey. Is this simply some relaxing time, or a glimpse into a friendship that has grown even stronger after their long journey together? Like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell. Then make this video go viral around the world so more people can see Kim Taehyung positive, warm, and kind side, as well as BTS's togetherness. Now, let's get into the story. United States. In the middle of the packed ARIRANG World Tour schedule, Kim Taehyung, J-Hope, RM, and Jungkook once again showed the warmest side of BTS. Not only as global superstars on stage, but as friends enjoying time together between their busy schedules. Kim Taehyung's Instagram story update about bowling with J-Hope, RM, and Jungkook immediately made ARMY fall even more in love with BTS's togetherness and the friendship they have built over many years. BTS behind the scenes. Kim Taehyung's Instagram story reveals bowling, gym, and togetherness moments that touched ARMY. Their next schedule takes them to Baltimore for 2 performances at M&T Bank Stadium on August 10th and 11th, 2026. Official schedules and venue information confirm that the 2 concerts take place at 8 p.m. local time. And it is precisely in the middle of such a massive schedule that a question emerges. How can 4 BTS members still find room to simply be 4 friends? The answer can be seen not through the stage, but through the small moments. Through his Instagram story posts, Kim Taehyung shared the atmosphere as they played bowling together with J-Hope, RM, and Jungkook. In the moment, J-Hope was even seen successfully scoring a strike while bowling. A simple moment that was then shared by Kim Taehyung and immediately caught ARMY attention. There was no grand stage, no concert spotlight, and no tens of thousands of ARMY bombs filling the stadium. Just 4 BTS members enjoying some relaxing time together. And perhaps that is exactly why the moment feels so big. Because when someone is accustomed to seeing BTS on stage with spectacular production, choreography, giant screens, and tens of thousands of voices chanting their names, seeing them do something so ordinary can create a completely different emotion. They were not being BTS for a performance. They were being Taehyung, Hybe, Namjoon, and Jungkook. J-Hope successfully scored a strike while bowling, and the moment was shared by Kim Taehyung. At first glance, there is nothing extraordinary about it. But for ARMY, that small detail feels incredibly personal. A strike is not the greatest achievement in BTS's journey. Yet when Taehyung chose to capture and share it, the moment became a tiny piece of their lives that fans would normally only be able to imagine. And it was not only bowling. Kim Taehyung was also seen with J-Hope during gym activities, showing how the 2 still made time to maintain their physical routines despite an extremely busy schedule. Activities like this are certainly not unusual for performers who need to maintain their stamina for stadium shows. But when done together, they offer another picture. 2 BTS members preparing their bodies and energy together before facing another massive stage. Now they also seem to be spending more time together. Kim Taehyung, Jungkook, and J-Hope were also seen having time to talk with the members. Their togetherness feels even more meaningful because they are currently in one of BTS's busiest periods, when travel schedules, preparations, sound checks, and concerts are constantly waiting for them. It's a shame that I rarely do live broadcasts these days, but instead, I'm creating beautiful memories with them. That sentence feels like a simple picture of BTS's life right now. As the time available for live broadcasts becomes increasingly limited, Taehyung instead chooses to create memories directly with the people who have accompanied him throughout his long journey as BTS. He is truly creating memories together with the members. For ARMY, scenes like this carry their own emotional value. They are not simply watching for global idols playing bowling, but witnessing a friendship that has grown over many years and still feels warm when the concert cameras are not in front of them. ARMY is so happy to see the BTS members, especially Kim Taehyung, having this relaxing, fun, and private time with the three of you. One ARMY expressed on social media. Among all these moments of togetherness, ARMY attention also turned once again to the closeness between Taehyung and Jungkook. Their relationship has long been one of the topics most frequently discussed within the fandom. But when discussing it factually, it is important to look at what can actually be seen. Two BTS members who share a long history as groupmates, friends, and partners on the same career journey. What makes this story interesting is the camera. One member brought a camera to capture the moment, while another member later shared part of those memories with fans. For ARMY, details like this feel like tiny pieces of their lives that are usually unseen. And that is where taekook once again becomes the center of attention. Not because every photo needs to be given an exaggerated meaning, but because the camera shows something very simple. They have memories they want to capture. The moment feels even more special because it shows how the two can enjoy time together without always having to be in a formal setting. The camera becomes a small witness to their lives away from the stage, while Taehyung later shares a small part of those memories with ARMY. One location that has also drawn attention in this series of events is the vkook, or Harvard/MIT Cooperative Society, a university bookstore and merchandise store located in Cambridge, Massachusetts. The visual material circulating shows Taehyung, Jungkook, and J-Hope at the location. However, because independently verifiable documentation regarding that specific visit remains limited, details such as the exact time of the visit and its full context should not be treated as official facts without a primary source. What can be said is that locations like vkook are indeed located in Cambridge and are part of the well-known university cultural landscape. If the moment was indeed captured while they were in the Boston area, then their presence in such an ordinary place actually strengthens the picture of BTS's life between tour stops. They can visit a public place, look around, take pictures, talk, and then return to preparing for a concert. And this is where the story becomes even more interesting. How can four people capable of moving tens of thousands of people still enjoy simple things like bowling and bookstores? Perhaps because no matter how enormous the stage they face may be, they still need space to simply be ordinary human beings. These activities become even more interesting because they took place only a short time before BTS would meet ARMY again through their concert activities at M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland, United States. Today, August 10, 2026, BTS is scheduled to perform at M&T Bank Stadium, then return on August 11th. Official information from Visit Baltimore and Live Nation confirms these two dates as part of the BTS World Tour ARIRANG in Baltimore. That means the distance from relaxing activities to the stadium is not merely geographical. There is an extraordinary change in atmosphere. Just a few hours earlier, they could be at a bowling alley, then at the gym, talking, taking pictures, spending time together. Then, a few hours later, they have to transform into BTS global superstars standing in front of tens of thousands of ARMY. And that transition is what makes this story so interesting, because ARMY only sees the final result. They see the lights come on. They hear the music begin. They see Taehyung walk onto the stage. They see Jungkook, J-Hope, and RM take their positions. But before all of that happens, there is a small life that most viewers never see. There are people who may have just been laughing together. There are conversations the camera never hears. There is bowling. There is physical training. There are photos that may simply remain as personal memories. Then they walk toward the stage. That is the side of BTS that is often forgotten when numbers and records take over the news. The world sees superstars. They still see each other as friends. And perhaps that is exactly why the moment is so powerful. One side is the private life of four members. The other side is a city becoming the center of ARMY's attention. And the two meet at one point, M&T Bank Stadium. From bowling together, working out together, talking with the members, to visiting places around Boston, BTS appears to be making use of every available moment to create memories that will eventually become part of their journey. Behind the glittering stadium, thousands of army bomb lights, the voices of tens of thousands of fans, and the immense energy on stage, there is a much simpler life. For friends sitting together, playing bowling, laughing, exercising, taking pictures, and enjoying time before becoming BTS again in front of the world. And perhaps that is where the beauty lies. Because for ARMY, a giant stage is not always necessary to feel close to BTS. Sometimes an Instagram story, a strike in a bowling game, a photo from a camera, a gym session, a brief visit to a store, or simply seeing Taehyung, Jungkook, J-Hope, and RM sitting together is enough to make the world see something deeply human about them once again. Friendship. BTS may be on a world tour, but between one concert and the next, they still find room to be themselves with the people who have been walking alongside them since the beginning. And now the question for ARMY is actually simple. If you were there, which moment would touch you the most? Kim Taehyung sharing J-Hope bowling moment, their time together at the gym, the moment of Taehyung and Jungkook with the camera, or seeing all four members enjoying time together before returning to the stage? Because perhaps, amid millions of comments about concerts, fashion, records, and BTS's popularity, what ARMY really wants to see is not how big they are in the eyes of the world, but whether they still have one another. And from the small glimpses seen between stops on the ARIRANG World Tour, the answer feels very simple: yes. They still find time to laugh together. They still create memories together. And perhaps, it is precisely these small memories that will one day become the most precious part of BTS's journey. Thank you for watching until the end. Taehyung lovers, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell if you enjoy this content. If you don't like it, feel free to skip, because Taehyung lovers never forces anyone. What do you think is the most touching? The bowling moment, the gym, Taehyung and Jungkook with the camera, or the togetherness of all four BTS members? Write it in the comments. Keep following Kim Taehyung and BTS updates only on Taehyung lovers. Because behind every big stage, there is always a small story that touches ARMY. Thank you, and see you in the next video.